from Abia State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support and speak in favor of this motion because for those of us who were at the last assembly, you would recall that proliferation of small arms and light weapons is my baby. And I'm very passionate about rolling back on the proliferation of small arms and light weapons. Mr. Speaker, sir, of course, coupled with the portfolio that you give me as Chair, House Committee on Foreign Relations, Mr. Speaker, I have come to understand and to live with international dimensions of proliferation of small arms and light weapons. Mr. Speaker, sir, just the other day when Honorable O.C. Prestige was speaking about criminality in Aba, I brought up the issue of the movement of these arms. Mr. Speaker, the history of proliferation of small arms and light weapons in Nigeria is a long checkered history. From the Lake Chad Basin, Mr. Speaker, of course, when we're talking about the wars in Sierra Leone and Liberia, and the movement of those arms to Nigeria, to the war in Libya and the Arab Springs, and the movement of the arms from Libya to Mali to the northeast. And Mr. Speaker, sir, when we also talk about proliferation of small arms and light weapons and piracy in the Gulf of Guinea, Mr. Speaker, sir, all these arms find their way to Nigeria. And that is because Nigerian borders, Nigeria is such a large country and our borders stretch from the north to the east to the west and the south. Of course, she alludes to porous borders as well and the movement of these arms. Mr. Speaker, sir, we're speaking about revolvers, self-loading pistols, rifles, carbines, submachine guns, assault rifles, light machines, heavy machine guns, grenade launchers, anti-aircraft guns, portable anti-tank guns, and so on and so forth. And Mr. Speaker, sir, you see them on the streets of our country. Of course, underground, black market, but they're there regardless. And Mr. Speaker, if 70% of illegal arms around the world are domiciled in Nigeria, then Mr. Speaker, sir, we have a serious problem. It was Kofi Annan that said that if we lined up everybody in the world, that there are enough illegal arms in the world to shoot every man, every woman, and every child. And that's just how bad these small arms and light weapons are. But Mr. Speaker, let me say that as we speak to our porous borders and we speak to the functions of the Nigerian armed forces and the immigration and the customs in rolling back this, we must also, as a House, speak for the support of the Presidential Committee on Small Arms and Light Weapons. Government has done that, but we need for that committee to be upgraded to a commission, because only then, as a commission in Nigeria, can they deal on egalitarian terms with all the commissions around the world. As it is, what we have is a committee. And so when they go to international fora, the Nigerian committee cannot engage with the international commissions. And so I am hoping that by this motion, that it would lend fillip to the dire circumstance that we find ourselves in Nigeria. That for every rape, for every act of terrorism, for every act of piracy, that there is an illicit arm behind it. Therefore, I would like to lend my support to this and to ask that as a country, we add our voices behind the Presidential Committee so that it is upgraded to a Presidential Commission so that we can deal with this scourge on proliferation of small arms and light weapons. Once again, I'd like to thank Honorable Linda for giving me another opportunity to bring to the fore what I choose to call my baby, my legislative baby, the rollback against the proliferation of small arms and light weapons. Thank you.
Honorable Zachary Mohammed.